Yep.
We're up. All right. So this is I don't know what episode this is, but this is our UFC
First one in a while.
269 picks. What?
First one in a while.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah. So Mark can't make it, but we have. Mark did send in his picks. You what?
Your screen is frozen.
Is it?
Yeah.
Still frozen?
Yes.
This is bullshit.
Yeah, like you're picking your nose in it, so I'll start this again.
Maybe I'm just sitting there picking my nose. Yeah, so Mark already sent in his picks, so I have them here in front of me.
Right.
So yeah, let's just go. We'll start at. Do you know what we're going to start at? We'll just do the main card, but there's one fight on the prelims that I think that we should mention, and
Okay.
that is Dominic Cruz versus Pedro Munoz.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
You'd be a fool to bet against Cruz. He's just a fucking. He hasn't been in there in a long time, like, do you know what I mean? So, Munoz is pretty busy.
Yeah.
He did lose his last fight, didn't he?
Who?
Munoz.
I'll tell you now.
It's his last fight, not Aldo, no?
It was. He lost his last fight to Aldo. So Munoz is his last. If you're to look at his last 4 fights, he's 1-3 in his last 4. But those 3 losses are Aldo, Frankie Edgar, and Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah, Jesus, top of the bleeding league, like.
Yeah, that's top level stuff that he's lost to, and we both know that you can have 3 losses like that at the end of your list and still come out and be an absolute monster. Like
that's a win, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
One thing is weird though, like he's lost his. There's last 3 lost, aren't they?
Yeah.
But if he goes in and beats Cruz, you wouldn't be surprised to see him making a title run.
No, you wouldn't.
It's a bit weird like that, like, you know?
Yeah.
That's a tough one to call. Like, Munoz has fire in his hands. Like, he bleeding, he could knock you out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we just can't bet against Cruz.
I mean, Cruz. Let's be honest. Cruz set that kind of formula that the likes of Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw have followed.
Yeah.
Don't they? That unbelievable footwork.
Yeah. They've been very successful with it as well, like, with copying him. Like,
absolutely.
Is that a thing then where you set a certain standard and everyone is caught up to you? So you're not that special in the pack anymore.
Exactly. I think that. Go on.
Like, Cruz will not. It's a very rare time he'll knock you out with a crack. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Is his game after being swallowed up by the pack and he's just mid-level now, or?
Yeah, there is. I think you might hit the nail on the head there. There is a case that to be made that the likes of Garbrandt and TJ are both kind of respected knockout artists in their own right.
Absolutely.
But they also have this similar skill set that Cruz has.
Yeah.
I mean, the speed, the head movement, the boxing skills, the footwork, they have that, and they have the knockout skills as well.
Yeah, to go with it. They have like the whole package, whereas in Cruz just has the cardio and the
technique.
Okay.
Yeah.
A better word, points fighting, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not on purpose. He does try and all, but I just don't think he has the power in his hands. Like.
Yeah, and he does have that unfortunate kind of history of getting damaged.
Yeah, he's very fragile,
isn't he? He just gets damaged and he has to sit out for I think he had a 3.5 year layoff at one stage.
He did I think it was his ACL or PCL in one knee, and he was out for 2 years with that or something.
Yeah, that's right.
He was about to make his comeback. I can't remember whether he did it again or did it in the other knee.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But I presume all that is the build-up of the movement he's used.
It must be. It must take a lot of wear and tear.
Some sort of wear and tear there.
Definitely.
Well, I don't, what was Cruz's last fight?
Cruz's last fight was it was actually only about 6 months ago. if I'm not mistaken. I'll tell you now. Cruz's last fight was.
Should get a little bit of music here, Luke, for the interlude. Yeah.
Cruz's last fight was a split decision win, UFC 259 over Casey Kenny.
Right.
Before that, it was May 2020. He lost to Henry Cejudo, and then before that, it was his loss to Cody Garbrandt in 2016.
So yeah, he's not active at all.
I mean, he spends a year, like there was when he beat Demetrius Johnson, when Demetrius Johnson went down for to bantamweight. That was 2011, and after that, it wasn't until 2014. That was when he did his was it PCL?
PCLs, yeah.
Yeah, it was between that fight. It was between the Demetrius Johnson fight in 2011, and then it was the what was his name, Takaya Mitsugaki or something.
Mizugaki.
Yeah, remember he stormed through him in the first minute.
That's probably the best I've ever seen Dominic Cruz.
Oh, that was unbelievable. Absolutely vintage Dominic Cruz. He just blasted through him. Speed, technique, just blitzed him.
And he knocked him out.
Knocked him out. Yeah. I think he knocked him out. I think it was more kind of a barrage of strikes rather than power.
Yeah, I think he knocked him down and then he finished him with
that's what it was, yeah. But yeah, you're right. He's not necessarily
I think I'll go Munoz in this.
Yeah.
Just
power. Yeah. I'm unsure, to be honest with you. I could flip a coin on it, but I'm going to go with Cruz. Because I just love to see that vintage Cruz speed, technique, kind of.
And his fight IQ was bleeding through the roof. You know that he's so bleeding clever about it.
Yeah, he is.
Students of the game.
Yeah.
Who watches a lot of tape on lads, and he's just clever, man. He calls shots, and I like listening to him and the commentating, and as well as fucking seeing his fights. But I think I'm going to give it to Munoz.
Yeah. Okay. I was just thinking Dominic Cruz would probably make an absolutely savage coach on The Ultimate Fighter.
Absolutely.
He's never been on it. Sure he hasn't.
No. But I remember anyway.
So you're going with Munoz, yeah?
Yeah, just for the fucking...
Okay. So the first fight on the main card is... We just call it up here. First fight in the main card is bantamweights. So it's Sean O'Malley against Rolian Paiva.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what fight I said. I can remember which I'm on Paiva. No, I have.
He's on a 3-fight winning streak.
Yeah, he's handy enough. That's a good fight. I remember thinking that was a good fight when I read it. Yeah.
Now, I think this is one of those ones where this lad isn't ranked, right? And I think this is do or die for O'Malley. He needs to prove, because he's doing a lot of talking lately about fighting what's his name? The champ? Peter Yan.
Oh yeah.
So
All
he's
right.
doing a lot of this kind of, talking shit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he needs to get a top 10 fighter.
Is O'Malley ranked at this stage?
O'Malley isn't or O'Malley is not ranked as far as I know.
So he's, do you know what I mean? He's for someone calling out what's his name again?
Petr Yan.
Yeah. Someone calling him out there, like, get a number beside your name before you
You
start that.
need a number beside your name. If you haven't even fought anyone in the top 10, you know what I mean?
Plus you've lost.
Yeah. So,
Good job.
it's weird, isn't it? Where a fighter that has so much hype behind them. I know he's flashy. He's flashy and he's got quite a watchable style and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff going from, and he's a character. He has the fucking stupid hair and he smokes weed and all that crap. That all does adds into the momentum of your career, I suppose. But that's nothing. That's nothing unless you can start stacking heads.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, again, like, if he gets a win or two, even close to the top 10, they give him a push. You give him a hard push.
Yeah.
Get him into title contention quickly. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm going to go with Sean O'Malley. Mark is going to go with Sean O'Malley. What are you thinking?
I'll go O'Malley in round 2.
Okay.
Pick around and all of that. Jermaine Poyev is he's a handful. He's not in there to be a stepping stone, as they say.
No, he's not. And he has a couple of knockouts to his name as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. Do you know, like, come here, I say that about every bleeding fight. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah.
No easy picks here, as we all know. Like, but
yeah.
I think O'Malley will take it, and then his next opponent will be a bleeding ranked fighter.
Yeah. Okay. The next fight is a flyweight, and it's Kai Kara France against Cody.
Cody. It's hard, isn't it?
It is hard. Cody again.
What the fuck has happened to him?
Yeah, he's 1-4 in his last 5.
That is woeful from an expert.
It's not great. It's not great.
One
of those losses is Pedro Munoz.
Pedro
Munoz, who's fighting Dominic Cruz.
With a fucking
and Cody has fought Dominic Cruz. There's a lot of fighters that have fought kind of each other's opponents. There's a bit of crossover.
Yeah.
The
last time I thought, fucking look at Cody, like, do you know what I mean, was the Dominic Cruz fight. He looked amazing in that fight. Fucking amazing in that fight.
Cody looked absolutely top of his game in that fight. He really did.
He out-cruised Cruz.
He did. He showed. I think he showed that kind of evolution of, what I mean? Here's your style, only better in a way.
And there's bombs on the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
I'll go with Cody, I think.
Okay.
Just because, like, his back is to the wall, like, he's fucked if he doesn't win this.
Yeah, he is. He is not in a great place. His last loss was to Rob Font.
Yeah. And come here, no disrespect, but, like, I was saying to the lads there about Aldo versus Rob Font there, like, 5 years ago, you wouldn't have given Rob Font a chance in that fight. Do you know, not even 5 years ago. Like,
3 years ago.
Before the McGregor knockout, Aldo was fucking murdered anyone. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't have even thought Rob Font would have got the chance to fight Aldo before Aldo was knocked out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like, fucking for what's his name, Cody.
Yeah.
Would you say that was his last win, was it?
That was his last loss. Was Rob Font. That was back in May 21.
Right.
So yeah, you're right. His back is against the wall.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I think he'll do it. Like, he's, yourself. Although he's cutting down, isn't he?
He is.
Fucking down, know, man. These are hard.
These are hard ones. And on top of all that, Kai Kara France is no joke either. He has now. It's been a while since his career is a lot of decision wins, right?
Yeah.
Most of them unanimous, and he only has in the UFC. He only has one knockout.
Didn't he come through the TUF?
What?
Did he come through TUF?
He came through. I tell you now. No, he didn't.
No.
No.
Someone else. I'm thinking of.
So I don't know. I'm thinking Kai Kara France is a couple of years younger. He has a bit of a reach advantage. He's never been knocked out. He's been beaten by decision and he's been submitted. So I don't know. I'm thinking we might just be seeing Cody on the tail end of his career here.
Great there, yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I like him. I know he's a bit of a douchebag.
Done yet though?
What?
I don't think he is done.
Okay.
If he loses this fight, I think he should be.
Probably.
I think he's got a fucking knockout in him for it. Yeah, I'll go with knockout for Cody.
Okay.
KO, TKO. How old is Cody?
I think he's only 30 or 31 or something like that.
And he's loads of time left, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. The next fight on the card.
Where's Marco in that?
Oh, sorry. Mark didn't give us one for that. Yeah. Well, I just see, did he text me? I asked him there a few minutes ago. Yeah, Mark is going with Cody, but he said he's not overly confident.
Yeah, it'd be the same himself, yeah.
Yeah. And Mark says, just going back to the last one, Mark says Munoz gets it done. I think Cruz has left his best days behind him, but I wouldn't be shocked if he got the win. Just think Munoz has significant strength and power advantage. So that's kind of. I mean, we kind of alluded to that anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of these fights that, again, we're always saying this. You could flip a coin, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. These are tough ones. I was looking at the card there a couple of weeks ago. I was like, I don't know what way it's going. Any of these, like,
yeah.
You know, you're kind of just picking it just to go, just for the sake of picking it.
Picking one of them.
If we weren't doing a picks video or anything, you'd kind of go into it going, geez, anyone can win this.
Yeah. Sometimes you just kind of go with your heart. You know who you want to win.
Yeah, true.
Or
man.
who you want to get sparked. What was the next? The next fight is two fighters that I'm not overly familiar with: Jeff Neal and Santiago Ponzinibbio, welterweight.
That's a great fight.
Yeah, Santiago was ranked 14,
Neal.
Jeff Neal is ranked 12.
Yeah, that's a bleeding. I'm expecting a war there.
Okay.
I think the two boys will go with it. Who's going to win? Who was Ponzinibbio's last fight? Was that Mike Perry?
It's possible. No, it's not Mike Perry. Ponzinibbio beat Gunnar Nelson, Mike Perry, Neil Magny, was beaten, knocked out by Li Jingliang in January, and then he beat Miguel Beza. So Jeff Neal, his last couple of fights, he lost to Neil Magny in May. He lost to Stephen Thompson. And no disrespect, I never see that as a good thing on your record. Stephen Thompson, I like him. He's a nice bloke and all like that, but he's basically a points fighter.
Oh, he is. Yeah, absolutely.
And not being able to figure that out, I don't know, it doesn't look good on your record. Yeah. He beat Mike Perry with head kicks. Nico Price, Bilal Mohammed. So, I mean, he has some good names under his belt as well at the same time.
Yeah, that's a tough one to call. I think I'll go with Neil.
Okay.
Points.
Mark is going with Neil as well. I'm going to go with Ponzinibbio.
Yeah, come here. There a while back when Ponzinibbio was a bit more active, they were saying he was I think he was ranked, Paul, for a while.
But he's ranked 14 now.
Yeah, well then he's after skipping down because
yeah, possibly
probably him shooting for the title and all, like, for a while back.
Yeah, I mean, he was beaten by Li Jingliang. Li Jingliang is now ranked 13, so it's possible there was a bit of shuffling around there.
Yeah, fucking. I'd say Neil on points.
Has Neil? What's Neil's wrestling background? Does he have a? He came through Tuesday Night Contender, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering where had he got much wrestling cred. Right, this one might be the easiest one to pick.
Anyway, huh?
Say again.
I don't think Ponzinibbio will look for the takedown anyway.
Okay, yeah.
All on the feet.
Yeah. This next fight, the next fight I think might be the easiest. I don't think, well, for me anyway, is the championship fight, the women's bantamweight, Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena.
Right. I don't know why I always do it, right? We're going to go against Nunes.
Whoa, controversial. Besides the shock of going against her, what's your logic?
I think that Pena will take her down, and Pena's. I remember watching her coming through the TOF and all. She fucking out wrestled everyone, like.
Yeah.
And I think that's our road to victory.
Is takedowns.
Yes, takedowns and top control, obviously.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think I'll give her a chance.
Well, there's not many that probably would.
No, there's not. I was looking at the odds on her. I think she's 11, which is basically 6-1. But fucking Anderson was blading. She's a better chance than Anderson had. I think Anderson was 16-1 against Nunes.
Okay. What's the odds on Pena?
11-2.
11-2. Okay, that's controversial. So you think the takedowns is going to be her key to victory?
Victory for her, absolutely, 100%.
Do you not think she's going to be in the dangerous waters, being on the ground?
No, sure, we haven't seen. Now come here, you know yourself. Like this champion, I think, right? Anderson Silva had it for years. Ronda Rousey had it for years. That they're kind of their opponents are kind of beaten before they get into the octagon.
Yeah.
And like you can see people look at it. Remember Anderson after the Nunes fight? She says, "They're just frozen there." Oh no, sorry, Anderson. It was their last one. Lauren Murphy against Shevchenko.
Oh, she just froze.
Just frozen there.
Yeah.
Like she was starstruck, if you will. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Pena has that belief in herself. She was always saying it from the TUF that I'm going to go on to things. I'm going to be the fucking champion here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. She does have a belief in herself that kind of builds her up. I don't think she's going to be starstruck. She might trade. She might get cracked. But I think she goes for the takedown. She controls the top game. And she gets stoppage by round 3.
Whoa. Jesus. That's a bold prediction, I have to say.
I must actually look on Paddy Power and see what the odds are.
Yeah, see what the odds are. Put your money where your mouth is.
Be grand.
I have to say, if she stands and trades with Nunes, I think she's going home. I think it's an early night.
Yeah.
She will have to weather.
Early storm.
Let's imagine that she was to win, right? Yeah. If you're to backwards engineer it, she will have to weather some sort of storm.
She will get.
Nunes it's like going trial by fire. You're not getting out of it without some sort of damage, right? I just can't put my money against Nunes.
Come here, don't get me wrong. I'm a fool for going against her. I know it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're always waiting. I think when someone's that dominant, you're always waiting on someone to come along and beat them.
And dethrone them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right.
In a way, I like to see that as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I always like to see a changeover as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And you are right as well when you were talking about the likes of like even like who we were talking about a minute ago, Jose Aldo, Anderson Silva, the likes of those sort of fighters when they have such a what would you call it, like a heroic reputation, and fighters do get starstruck. They don't know what to do. They it's almost like they know they're going against a legend and they're beaten before they step into the octagon, like you said, yeah. And it's only until someone shows that they're human, like McGregor knocking out Aldo, Chael Sonnen kind of battering Anderson Silva 5 rounds. It takes something like that to knock the shine off them for the next wave of challengers to have a chance in a way.
Like, Pena has to think you're a fool if you go in there trying to stand with Nunes.
Yeah.
It's to be. And because he's such a strong wrestler, like they've said it themselves time and time again, wrestling, if you're a good wrestler, look at Nurmagomedov. If you're a good wrestler, it kind of nullifies the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu a bit, like, do you know what I mean?
True.
So, I know Nunes is considered strong. She's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, isn't she?
She is.
Like, Pena is a fucking savage wrestler.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, I think that's
But
the
it's almost
yeah.
Yeah, it's almost obvious that is her only key to victory.
Yeah, but does she go in there then and get starstruck and fucking try and trade with Nunes?
That would be terrible. It would be an early night for her.
Terrible decision.
Yeah.
Some lads that won't go in there and do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, big time.
Wouldn't.
So you're gonna go you're gonna go with Pena round 3. Me and Mark are going with Nunes. I would almost be confident that Nunes could get it done in the first round.
Yeah, it's not a bad bet.
I cannot see it lasting the distance.
No, I don't think it lasts.
Whichever way it goes, I can't see it going 5 rounds.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, and then the last one, which for me is the opposite of that one. I couldn't call this one if you put a gun to me head. Charles Oliveira, who's the reigning champ at the moment, against Dustin Poirier. I mean, what do you say about either of those lads?
I think that is one of the toughest fights to call in the last.
Big time.
We said it all about Poirier before. He, at this weight, he's an absolutely different animal.
Yeah.
Also, he looks like he's getting better.
Yeah.
He looks like his fight IQ is after getting better.
I mean, he's stringing knockouts and TKOs into his subs. Do you know what I mean? He has a lot of submission wins, and now he's starting to add TKOs and knockouts.
Yeah, he's since moving up in weight, he looks like a world beater.
Yeah,
he really fucking does. And on the flip side, Charles Oliveira is a world beater. Like, I know yourself is probably the same. Like, watching Charles Oliveira the last, say, 5 years, just say the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Has he been beaten?
Let me tell you now, but I don't think so. Not in the last 5 years, he hasn't.
And
tell you now,
his range of finishes for people, like,
he hasn't been beaten since 2018.
Right, who beat him?
So he was beaten in 2017, which is his last loss, was Paul Felder.
Jesus, didn't see that.
TKO, elbows. After that, he just went on a tear, and he beat Clay Guida, Christos Giagos, Jim Miller, David Tamor, Nick Lentz, Jared Gordon, Kevin Lee, Tony Ferguson, and most recently Michael Chandler. So that's a 9 fight winning streak, right? Loads of submissions, rear naked chokes, guillotines, anacondas, all sorts, right? And 2 TKOs and a knockout, right? So that's a savage last couple of fights. However, what I will say is, regardless of that, it's not the same level that Poirier has faced.
No, of course not.
Poirier beat Jim Miller, Anthony Pettis, Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez, Max Holloway. He lost to Khabib. He beat Dan Hooker, and he beat McGregor twice.
That's some bleeding resume, isn't it?
That is an unbelievable resume.
The opponents between the two of them. Fuck me,
and similar to what you said about Oliveira, Poirier has gotten better and better as well.
Yeah.
Poirier just looks amazing.
That fight is fucking unreal to call, you know.
That has fight of the year all over it, doesn't it?
I actually hope it goes 4 or 5 rounds.
So do I. That's one of those fights I hope goes the distance.
Actually, both lads, you'd be like, nice one seeing them on a card against anyone. You'd be like, you.
Yeah, big time. Seeing them against each other though. I've obviously picked someone, but what?
Poirier.
Okay. Do you have a kind of a round or a? No, me neither.
I will say, I'll pick it just for the fuck of it. Like, I'll say round 3.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I'm going to go round 3 as well. I'm going to say round 3 TKO.
Yeah. TKO. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's as good as any other fucking.
I have to say, Dustin Poirier at the moment, actually not at the moment, I'll tell you now, since what fight? Since the Justin Gaethje fight, Poirier became probably my favorite striker in the UFC.
Right, what is that?
It was something to do with he was hurting Gaethje, right?
Yeah.
Gaethje has a head, obviously, like a fucking cinder block.
Block, yeah.
And Gaethje was standing there, absolutely destroying Poirier's legs. So everyone knew Poirier's legs were dust, right? Yeah. But Poirier stood his ground and he kept calm, and he had that sniper's kind of accuracy. He didn't wing anything crazy. He didn't throw any overhand rights. He didn't throw any fucking mad knockout punches. He just stood. He picked his target. He was calm. He waited, and he landed everything perfectly.
Right. Yeah.
There's something about that methodical, cold, slow, smart kind of technique that I absolutely love. What?
It's like he has a game plan. He sticks to it.
And he sticks to it exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's he doesn't get derailed no matter what's happening because his leg was getting mangled.
Yeah.
And he just stuck to it.
It's like he sticks to his game plan, right? But I don't know if I'm fucking explaining this right. He'll stick to his game plan. He'll land his shots, and then he'll go, "Oh, fuck it, I might as well throw that and that and that and that in as well."
He starts stringing things together.
So fucking nice. It's just pretty to watch.
Yeah,
you know I mean? Don't you see you get a striker or a lad on the ground, and it's like, fucking hell, that's fucking pretty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something about that clean technique. Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Love that shit.
I think we're all going with Poirier there. I mean, I know.
Another one.
What?
I would not be surprised at all if fucking Oliveira won.
I was about to say that. I don't think any of us would be surprised if it went the other way.
What a surprise. If this makes sense, it made sense in my head, but as I say it out, it's probably going to sound stupid. I'd be more surprised at Poirier getting beat than I would if Oliveira won. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like I say, Poirier just looks like a fucking world beater. I'm not going to beat him.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if it's Oliveira. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Can't wait.
You throw money on it?
I'll throw something, yeah. Usually pick a few. I had an accumulator going on the last on the Aldo card, which carried over to this card. We'll send you a screenshot of it.
Okay.
It was like 14 fights on it. And put £2 on it, it was worth $3.5 grand.
Oh.
And the fucking first 2 fights on last week's card let me down. I got the rest right. And I have to see what the 3 fights are on this card or so. I'm kicking myself. Because you know yourself, if you're watching the cash, like if I put a bet on and it's worth like thousands, that's all about cash out then, the early cash out. So it's a bit the first 2 lose.
Of course, that's it. You're gone.
No.
Quality.
Don't know if I'm my bad habit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our picks anyway for 269 done. We'll do a chat after the weekend and see how they work out.
Monday or Tuesday, suit you?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Beautiful.
All right.
Right, bud.
All right, mate.
Talk to you.
Talk to you after.
Bye-bye.